Welcome everyone to my how-to video on creating Portfolio 1. So at this point you should be approaching the middle of the course. So half of the class should just about be completed. And so you can think of Portfolio 1 as your midterm. So at this point, all of the assignments that you've been submitting, you've basically been getting credit for turning them in on time and complete. And it gives me, your instructor, the opportunity to provide feedback. Now it's time to put that feedback into good use. So if you scroll down on our Moodle page to week 4, okay, so this is where you will turn in Portfolio 1. Again, you should be putting everything into one Word document. If you want, it might even be a good idea to start working on Portfolio 1 during week 3 or near the end of week 3. But if you don't, that means that you'll be working on Portfolio 1 and completing it during week 4. So basically, Portfolio 1 is due Thursday by 11:55 p.m. Central Standard Time, as you can see right over here. And so for that reason, probably the focus of this week will simply be on revising all of your assignments. So let's find out more about what you need to submit, because some of the work that you've created you won't be revising, only some of it. And so you can find out what you are creating by clicking on this link right here. And this will take you to the assignment page. So if you click on this link, this page in our wiki will pop up, and it outlines very clearly everything that you are revising and submitting for Portfolio 1. And so notice that they are in a different order, so you should be putting your revisions in this order. Even though the job portfolio was the last thing you created, it is the first thing you're putting in the portfolio. So just put them in numerical order, and then pay attention to what you're submitting for each assignment. Some of them it'll be exactly what you submitted the first time, others not. So for 7043, you need to revise your resume and your job application letter, and you also need to include a copy of the job ad you created these materials for. Okay, so make sure that your resume and your job application letter are revised. The job ad you'll just copy and paste. Next, you should only turn in the project workflow diagram revised from 7049. So remember, in 7049 there were 3 diagrams: the action on arrow, the input process output diagram, and the last one was the project workflow diagram, the complex one. So you are only revising the 3rd workflow diagram, the third diagram from assignment 7049 and submitting it here. Okay, so only revise the 3rd one and make it as best as you can. Then it's assignment 7063. So this was our first research project, and so you had to write a memo about a local business using primary research. So that would be item number 1 here. And then you had to also create a comparison memo between emails, memos, and letters. So you should revise both of these based off of the advice that you got back and submit them as part of this assignment. And then finally is your second research project. So the things valued memo, this is your audience analysis from the project. Okay, so the memo in which you talked about your audience and what you know about him and how that should affect your report, that's this first item here. And then of course the letter report itself on a foreign country. Okay, so that is all of the materials that you are revising. So you are not submitting the writing about writing for revisions. This portfolio should also have a title page, okay? And just make sure you put everything in this order. Revise it as best as possible based off of the feedback that I have given you each assignment. Okay, so once you have revised all of these documents and put them into a single Word document and added your title page to the front, you're ready to submit. Okay, so you just click on this link here at the bottom, or if it's over here on the right hand side, you can click there. Both of them will lead you to this page. Should look fairly familiar. And just make sure that you submit this on time and adjust for different time zones. So 11:55 p.m. Central Standard Time. Click Add Submission. Make sure it is in a single file. Now the project workflow diagram might have a high data amount, so you might have to turn that into a smaller image or something like that to make it fit. But you should be able to figure it out to be able to put everything into a single Word document. And then submit it and make sure you submit it all the way. You'll know that you have submitted your work all the way because you will no longer be able to edit it. Okay. All right. And so that's all there is to it. Portfolio 1 is a letter grade and it makes up a large percentage of your grade. So try to really show how much you've learned in terms of the writing skills we've been working on during the first half of the course. If you have any questions or you'd like help with your revisions, you can always come and talk to me during our virtual class time or email me. Good luck.